Hi friends, happy Thursday. I let the time get away from me a little bit. I was messing around here with things and didn't realize that it was a little bit after 2. Okay, just getting situated. So I'm gonna try to go with just the glass mat, and hopefully once I can pull this up here, I'll see if it's got too many like, if I can point at it. I'm watching on the screen to see where I'm pointing. There's such a delay. I can see right here in this area that there is a glare, but we'll see how it goes as we go along. Okay, so I wanted to do kind of a guy card today, and I'm going to be using this Grassy Grove set of stamps, and the dies are called Grove dies. All the new dies now that match stamp sets have the same name, which makes it so much easier. But you do get a really cool grove of trees in this set, and this set's not going away, so that's really nice. You also get 2 deer in here that are not in the stamp set. There is a deer, and I'm going to be using him today. And there is a die that cuts him out, an outline die right here. But this is a really nice set. And in the new catalog that's going to be coming out, there's more stamps that go along with this. Anyway, so using those today, and a while back in one of the card making events I went to, this was one of the cards that we made, and people really liked the design of it. I got several comments on from people. Now, I did not design this card. It was done by the gals putting the event on. But yeah, they really liked the design of this, and so I'd been wanting to do something that was something similar, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to go ahead and do that today. So that's what we're doing, but I wanted it to have more of a manly theme. So, all right. I've got all my little parts and pieces here. I'm using Garden Green for my base. I didn't introduce myself or anything for anyone who might be watching this and is new. My name's Jana. Thanks for coming to my channel, and if you like it here, I hope you will subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Okay, so we've got a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card in Garden Green, and then the brown that I'm using is Pecan Pie. And then I'm using Very Vanilla today instead of white. And I will explain this in a minute. Then the patterned papers are the same ones that we used in this card here. And these are the Meandering Meadows. And I believe this is an online exclusive patterned paper. So they're all kind of like paintings in here. And you've got nice designs on the back. Some of them are just like painted, wash, you know, a wash of paint, and then the others all have some sort of a meadow design to them. So they're just very pretty. And I picked out this one, and I've already trimmed it down. That's what the back side looks like. And then this piece here, this shape that I have cut out, instead of like this one used a heart, I went with this, and I got that shape from this die set, which is the Fluffiest Friends. And so let me grab that stamp set. What did I do with it here? Come out, wherever you are. Here it is. So this is the stamp set that these dies go to, and it has this one, which I've always kind of thought was like the entrance to a cave for the bear, but you can use it for whatever you want to use it for. So we'll be using it in our own little way today. There, so the other thing I'm going to use is this Fern 3D embossing folder, and I did not go ahead and do the embossing. Hi, Sue. Yeah, it's really pretty paper. And I do believe that there's going to be some more pretty papers similar to this in the new catalog. All right, so I went ahead and cut this out because what I have learned is if you're going to be doing a die cut and also embossing, you want to do the die cut first, because if you do your embossing first, when you run it back through to do the die cutting, it flattens out your embossing. So do your embossing second in most cases, I would say. So I'm going to go ahead and run this through my machine, and I'll be right back. All right, here we go. So really, really pretty. Okay. I can't believe how much of a delay there. It's just now on my iPad, just now showing where I showed that to you. All right, so we have this part done, and then I cut my design paper a little bit smaller. I could have even, you know, cut it more into this over here, but I'm fine with this. It's just about a 1/16 or an 1/8 of an inch, probably about a 1/16 of an inch smaller than my embossed piece there. But I can go ahead and get that put together. And I'm going to use wet glue for this, just because you want to make sure that you put it where you want it. Plus, it's easier to get the glue right up against the edge of this die cut part, I think. Boy, did we ever have thunder and lightning last night. Usually here on the coast, since the time we've lived here, which was 1989 when we moved here, thunder and lightning doesn't typically last all that long, like where we lived before. When it was a thunder and lightning storm, it was a thunder and lightning storm, and it went on for quite a while. Well, that's what happened last night here. It went on most of the night. It was pretty noisy, and it is still raining today. We do have some sun on the way, and I am looking forward to that. Okay, I think that's enough glue. Let me get my little silicone mat in here so I don't accidentally get glue all over this glass mat. And then I'm just going to drop this down on here. And it just frames where you want it to frame. Very pretty. So I'm just going to kind of push that down right around the picture there. Okay, I should probably get a wipe and wipe that glue off of there. All right, so now I can go ahead and attach this to the front of the card. I've got, that's not the piece I want. I've got this piece of pecan pie here that I'm going to attach it to. Wow, I just got that right to the edge, didn't I? Okay. All right, so we have got a 1/4 of an inch border, I do believe. There we go. Then this is going to go right onto that card base. Very quick card today. I am going to do some stamping though. Don't worry, we're going to stamp. So for any of you that live around the Newport area, Oregon, just in case you don't know this information, because I found it out yesterday, I was rushing to try to get some cards finished up and hurry up and get them to the mail, the post office by 3 o'clock, because that is when they pick up. So I thought that's what it has been. Anyway, I got there. I was 10 minutes late. It was after 3 o'clock. So I thought, let me just take them in and see if they'll still accept them. And so I went up to the counter. I said, is it too late for these to go out today? And the guy's like, oh yes, those had to be here by 9 a.m. And it was like, what? I said, I thought they had to be here by 3. He said, no. Well, I had heard that instead of, we used to get 2 mail trucks here apparently, or we had 2 that came, and now we only have 1. So now if you want something to go out on a particular day, it has to be there by 9 a.m. in the morning. So you may as well figure that it has to be there the day before. So I am putting this little leftover strip of this patterned paper, like you've seen me do many times, along the bottom of this piece that's going to go on the inside of the card. And I'm not going to stamp anything because you know me, I don't know what I want it to say on the inside until I know who it's going to most of the time. So I will just leave that part blank for now. So I was doing all that hurrying and scurrying for no good reason, because my cards weren't going to go out until today anyway. So, to say the least, Easter cards aren't gonna, and probably even sending them yesterday, they would still be late. But now they'll probably really be late, but it is what it is. They will get there eventually. I always think I have more time than I do when it comes to the holidays, and I say that every time a holiday comes up, I think. All right, so there is the most part of our card already. Okay, let me bring these pieces in to do some stamping. Okay, so I want to stamp the deer and I want to stamp that little grove there. Hey, that's probably where they got the name, Grassy Grove. Okay, so I'm going to get the deer out and I'm going to get the, actually it's the trees that are the grove maybe, or maybe this, or maybe they're both a grove. I don't know. Okay, I have a happy birthday over here too. I'm going to set aside because I will be using that. And let me just pick this up. Now, which piece does this deer better fit on? This one's got the widest mount because I'm going to be die cutting him, so I want there to be room. So I will let him have that piece, and I'm going to grab my garden green, which is also that green cardstock that the card base is made with. And this is like a shadow stamp, meaning you don't color it in. It's not an outline stamp. I want to make sure I've got it good and inked up because I'm going to stamp this one time. Did I use my Stamparatus? Actually, I think I didn't use my Stamparatus, but I think I did use my Misty. So let me grab that because I think I might want to stamp it more than once to really make sure it's good and inky. So I'll just take that off the block. And I don't really want to lay it down because I've already inked it. So I'm going to do that. That's not enough room, so I'll move it down just a little bit and get the ink off my fingers now. But I think I'm going to be good where I have it. Let me get this here where you can see what I'm doing. What do I need to do here? I need to move it. I'll just move my paper and put a magnet on it. There we go. That should work. Yep, I'm so glad I decided to put it in my Misty because I remember now that I did that on my first card because I inked it 2 or 3 times to get it to the color that I wanted. Okay, I am happy with that. So we can set that aside, and what I'm going to do is take this stamp and put it back on the block and get my cleaner in here. Hopefully it's still got stuff on it. It does. Probably could use another little squirt of this though. I really think I need to take the pads out. It's time for me to do that and go rinse all the ink out of them. Okay, so I can put this one away and put that green up so I don't accidentally set anything on it. Okay, let me bring the deer in. I think that's good. How are we doing with the glass mat? How am I doing? Is there too much glare on it? Because I will grab a paper and put on top of it if there is. If it's creating a problem with being able to see or creating too much glare, I can take care of it. All right, I'm going to ink that just one more time, and I'm using the Pecan Pie ink. Oh, that turned out good. There we go. I forgot to take out the little foam mat. When you stamp, or when you use that with the red rubber stamps, you're supposed to take that little foam piece out, and I forgot to do that, but it worked fine anyway. Okay, good. Sue said there's not much glare, so. I really like the glass mat, actually, because if you get something on it, you just wipe it off. Okay, so here are my two pieces. Now I just need my dies here. This one and this one. Okay, there we go. Right, I'm going to cut these out and I will return. Ah, there's our little deer. And the little grassy grove. Okay, how was this on there? There we go. Okay, so now I just need to stamp our happy birthday. And I will show you what set I got this from. It's a nice, plain, bold, happy birthday. I got it from the Artistically Inked right there. This set is going away. Bummer. Okay. So I need my pecan pie ink again. That pad is pretty wet and I've picked up a lot of edges, so we'll see how I do here. I may have to get another strip or flip it over. Cross your fingers that it just will work out. That's what I'm going to plan. I'm going to plan that it's going to work out. It worked out! Eek! All right. Okay, so now then, I want to have a little border here, but I'm going to flag the end there. So what I need to do is bring it down a little bit further, probably about that much again that I have here. So I'm going to take it down to like right there. And then I'm going to grab a piece of this Post-it tape and I'm going to tape that. And I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to cut this little extra bit off. And then I'm going to flip it back and I'm going to flag both of these at the same time. Cut up the middle. And then from corner to the middle. And from the corner to the middle. Take this off. And now let me get some adhesive on the back of here. And now then I will put it back, leaving that border. Yay! And we've got just the right amount of border at the other end. See how that works? Okay, now we can finish putting this together. Let me pull my embellishments before I forget to use them. I'm just going to get them out here. Sometimes I do that, I forget, because I'm going to be using the brushed metallic adhesive back dots. So you get a really nice gold, a copper, and then this kind of more bronzy finish. So I'm going to put my little grass down first. So I'm going to just put some glue at the bottom here. There's a hair, probably a little Tula hair. Or it could be Miss Kitty, but I think it's more apt to be a Tula. And I didn't put the pin back in this, so there we go. Okay, so just up on that little bit there and across the bottom, like that. And I'm just going to put this like that. And then my little deer, get my little black dots. I'm going to put one up here on his head. I think it just fits. And I'll put one there and one there. Okay, now I'm going to tuck his feet in behind here, the grass. He's going to be a little bit hidden. Yeah. There we go. Cute. And then the happy birthday, I'm going to pop it up. And I'm going to put this over here, and I'm going to overlap this border with that one. Wow, it is blowing out there. All right, that looks pretty good. And then let me pull these out. And I'm going to use the copper ones because I think they go really nice with that pecan pie color. And I'm going to put one right there. And one down here. And then a bigger one over here. That gives us our triangle. Cute. Now, even though there's some floral there, I still think it's a good guy card. Of course, you could give it to a woman too. It doesn't matter, but I tend to make more girly cards than I do guy cards. So sometimes I just have to remind myself, make some guy cards so that I have some in my stash. So I used just one of the different picture papers there in the background of that. It didn't have quite as much of the floral there, but same card anyway. And then the inside, you can make it into whatever, but it is a birthday card on the outside. So you can put whatever other greeting you want or just write your own special note. Okay. Thank you, Sue. All right, we're starting a new book today for story time, The Artistic Cat. Praise, Poems, and Paintings. Isn't that cover so cute? Now, this is one of the ones that I ordered off eBay. So this has been pre-loved by somebody. It's from the Running Press. It says, the artistic cat. If an artist were to design an animal, it would be impossible to improve upon the cat. From their ticklish whisker tips to their sensitive serpentine tails, cats are masterpieces of line and proportion. When they move, their motion seems perpetual. Yet when they tuck in their paws for a nap, they become as inert as a loaf of bread. Cats change their form to follow their function. The paintings, poems, and quips in this book affirm that being a cat is an art. Okay. We'll see how this goes. Now, this is got a copyright of 1991 inside. Cats quite simply defy explanation. Euclid's geometry can't appraise their curves. Newton's laws of rest and motion fail miserably. Volume isn't constant. Even gravity is refuted by a frolicsome feline. These paragons of grace, paradoxical in nature, are subject to their own laws and heed only their own etiquette. To observe the cat is to witness a singularly surprising creation. But as indifferent as they are to physical laws, cats have staked a serious claim in the human imagination. Through the centuries, they have been worshipped, shunned, and now worshipped again. In this collection, artists and writers express their affectionate admiration for the mundane yet magnificent house cat. None would be so bold as to presume to solve the mystery of cats' appeal, but each painting and observation may bring us a little closer to the answer. So celebrate the artistry and artfulness of cats, those kinetic sculptures that bestow warmth even at their coolest. Ever faithful, all-knowing, cats surely have lives that are hidden from us. I think most people either like cats or don't like cats. It seems like. I've always had a cat. Sometimes we've had two cats. Cats are always elegant. John White's American clothes designer. You see the beauty of the world through the eyes of unalloyed content, and in my study chair upcurled, move me to pensive wonderment. There's a lot of fancy words in this book. I wish I knew your trick of thought, the perfect balance of your ways. They seem an inspiration caught from other laws in older days. And that is anonymous. And this is Lucy by Martin Lehman, or Layman. A poet's cat, sedate and grave, a poet well could wish to have, was much addicted to inquire for nooks to which she might retire, and where secure as mouse in chink, she might repose or sit and think. I know not where she caught the trick. Nature perhaps herself had cast her in such a mold philosophique, or else she'd learned it of her master. William Cowper, an English poet. And this is Mango with Molyneux. I think that's how you would pronounce that, by Joan Freestone. Okay, we're going to stop there. Hopefully I'll be able to pronounce all the words in this book as it goes along. Oh, gosh. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. Let's see. The Flavorful Home. Hi, Paula. I have to go back and watch. These little books are very cute. They are cute and they're lots of fun. And I hope people like them as much as I do. All right. You guys have a great weekend ahead. And I'll just see you in my next video, not Vidigo. That's more like vertigo, and I definitely don't want that. Take care, you guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.